regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from the Superdome. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now a first carry here for Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ritter back to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On the option left, here's Hill. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. You talk about this Falcon defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
I just considered myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now Carr. That is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big...
There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On play action, here's Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 5. A give left side to Robinson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Ritter will set up to throw it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 95 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack. and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw his car. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On second down, here's Hill. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, He just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0, our score after one. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And running with power here. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Dances by at the 20. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Second and 6. Now Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Kamara is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
165 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Shrugs him off. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Carr. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Carr now on first down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. On first down, Carr.
Again, it's Johnson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
To throw, it's Carr. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You get.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Isaac Yedem picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Ritter now.
Taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
3rd down and 10. Ritter. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Again, it's Robinson. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Zach Bond there on the tackle. 2nd and 5.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert. Don't jump early and give them free yardage.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And now off to the races down the right side. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Saints.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. But special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Carr.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. They'll look to set up his blockers. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Robinson with another carry.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
205 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 3rd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, Ritter. And This one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on fourth. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed two. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To the right side and complete to Thomas. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now a play fake. Carr.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense is...
There he goes, left side. Look at the big man rumble. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Robinson. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Coup for the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Here's Carr.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr again.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
55 yards.
And the Saints have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to run.
This is 2nd and 8.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
The touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Ritter to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Back to throw, Ritter. Oh, that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Play action. Now it's Carr.
Downfield, and he's got Olave.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Now Carr on the bootleg.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got a lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Saints on third down, just one conversion in 8 tries, not good. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Kadero Hodge has it complete.
Now he's loose at the 40.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Ritter wants to throw it. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Ritter.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Here's Ritter.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Two-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And that not what they wanted. They lose yards on 1st down. A final shot now for Ritter.